Okay, I'm looking at livefish.co.nz to see if there's any ways that we can improve your website and improve your sales. So the first observation I make is it's not immediately clear who this website is for. So that would be a really quick win that could help increase your conversion rate. You've only got a few seconds to capture people's attention, and they want to know they're in the right place as soon as they land on your website. So if you're selling to the restaurant industry, potentially you could add over this banner of the fish a tagline that says the freshest seafood for local restaurants, or something along those lines, something that identifies who the customer is and what it is that you're offering them and how you're going to make their life easier. The navigation here is good and it shows me exactly what I need to find. In the footer, however, the About Us page is great and shows your physical location, but then the next link along is for a guide. And I'm expecting to find a guide on how to buy the freshest seafood, maybe some seafood recipes, but instead it's showing me how to use your website. Ideally, our website would be easy enough to use that we don't need to provide a guide on how we can use it. So what I'd recommend doing is potentially your customer's not ready to buy straight away. Most aren't unless they already have a relationship with you. So add a area on the homepage where they can sign up to receive some more information. Ideally some valuable information, as I mentioned before, potentially a guide on how to select the freshest seafood or restaurant tips if that is indeed your ideal customer. Those would be some great ideas and ways that you could collect email addresses and then build a relationship with those customers that aren't ready to buy, so you become their go-to when they need live fish for their restaurant or for their personal use. Another thing with the homepage is we really want to guide people through a journey. We want the bit at the top to take people to complete our first goal. So if your first goal is to sell live seafood, underneath the text we add to the banner here, we're going to add a call to action button that says buy live seafood, and it's going to take them directly to that category or collection where they can simply and easily complete their purchase. As we move down the website, we want to address our secondary goals. So if the secondary goal is to sell frozen seafood, you could add a section in here that has frozen seafood on sale or best-selling frozen seafood items. Here it looks like we're missing some products or some information. If you don't have anything on special, it's better to remove the section rather than leave it here empty, because it looks like the site has been slightly neglected. And when you have an online store, trust is everything. If they don't trust you, they may not be willing to hand over their credit card details. And while most consumers these days are very adept to purchasing online, they're also very tuned in when things don't feel right, when there's missing information, and things like that. So it's really important that we keep our website looking slick so that our customers trust us and they're ready to buy. The same with the best selling. If you only have one item in the best selling, remove the section and replace it with something else, or add more items to fill out the row. That would be an ideal situation. If I see that these 5 types of fish or seafood are selling really well at the moment, I may want to jump on board and start selling those in my restaurant. So that FOMO, or fear of missing out, is a really good tool you can use in your e-commerce toolkit. So that's the homepage. I would add a clear tagline across the image which tells me who you sell to and why I should care. Then I would address my secondary goals of selling other items, telling the story of who I am, and giving customers that urgency or need to buy, and also offering a guide or some valuable information to potential customers in exchange for their email so we can build a long-term relationship with them. I saw in your About Us page that you have a physical location. You actually have two. So that would be really, really great information to add to the homepage. Again, it just builds that trust. If you have a physical store, you're unlikely to be dodgy, so people are going to feel like they can trust you a lot more. I would also add the addresses for the physical locations in the footer along with a phone number. So no matter what page people are on, they can easily see that information and find it. So let's dive into one of your category pages. So this here is the special page, and we have a similar issue to the home page where we only have one product available. So if you don't have more products on special, then I would remove this and make more space on the navigation for things that really matter and places you really want to drive your customers to so they can complete their purchase. Here on Live Seafood, we only have one product again, so my comments would be the same, but let's take a look at an actual product page. So we've got all of our useful information above the fold, which is fantastic. One thing I did notice though is this compare tool. When I click on compare, it opens up my product in columns, but I can't actually see any more information, and it's very difficult to figure out how to compare a product. So if you could add a little icon or some more information here, that would help your customers make the use of that feature, which could be really helpful in helping them make their decision to purchase from you. Another note about the product page is something I want to know is, how is this fish going to be shipped to me? How am I going to receive this fish? If I add it to my cart and I check out online, when will I get it? So we want to add that information to the product page. You do have it on its own page, but adding that to the product page is going to keep our customer there, because with every click you lose a third of your customer. So the more we can reduce the clicks, the more your conversion rate's going to increase. Okay, it'd be also really great to see some packages. So if I need some live fish for an event, can I buy a whole pack where I get maybe 5 of X fish, 10 kgs of shrimp, for example, as one price, and you tell me that will feed 20 people? That's going to make it really easy for me to spend more money with you. It's going to increase your average order value and your customer experience. Okay, so other information we have available here is payment. This is something else that could be added to the product page. So you have these icons here. They could easily be added to the product page. Then people don't need to go looking for the information, because as I said, with every click you're losing a third of your customers. Another thing I noted here is you have this image of your salesperson / shop manager, and it looks like a stock image. So I would replace that with a real person from your business. People like to deal with people, and they really value customer service. So if you can provide that in a really simple, trustworthy way, you're going to increase your conversions just by doing that. I did notice you have Wechat, which is a really great option to offer for people to interact with you, especially as it seems like you're dealing a lot with the Chinese market. You could also look at adding a chat bubble that shows up on every page, or we could use this tab but make it instant chat, or tell people that you'll get back to them within 24 hours so that they know when to expect a response.